Real-time surveillance is all about capturing what's happening on the ground as the aircraft passes overhead. We want to cover large areas of ground. As we pass over those areas of ground and we notice suspicious activity, we want to be able to move that information from our own operation to the ranger operation so that the ranger operation can go and interdict. This is a key part of our operational model, that when we see something, we'll be able to get the rangers to react, and that takes real-time surveillance. Of course, the topography of every area you're going to cover is going to be different, and the topography there might be hills, there might be valleys, and seeing as we're using a line-of-sight system, we need to be able to have the camera and the antenna always in line with each other. That is, the antenna and the aircraft. So organizing the location of the antenna is going to be key in any given grid area. Otherwise, we're going to have obstacles, and obstacles are going to create black spots in our surveillance operation. We think the range we're going to need is going to be about 30 kilometers. Most of the situations you're going to be in are going to take less range than 30 kilometers. But if we want to be able to utilize the machine to the best advantage, we're going to need to have, sometimes we're going to need to have a longer range. There's going to be obstacles, there's going to be places where you're going to pass that machine in a long sort of corridor of available line of sight. So to be able to cover everything, we're going to need to have situations where we're going to need up to 30 kilometers. We're going to take into account the range that we were just talking about. We're going to take into account how high the aircraft is going to fly and how much of a view it's going to have. And we're going to take into account the topography of the land. So that means we're going to have be partnering up with a good mapping capability. We'll have the mapping capability, we'll have the intelligence on those locations in the map, and we'll have the aircraft's ability to communicate back to the antenna. And with those three components, we'll be able to plan out each flight's plan, which we call a sortie, to be able to cover the ground to the best of our ability.